people, today's lesson is all about drugs. What are drugs? I want you to make a list for me. Okay, list as many drugs as you can. What do they have in common? And what are drugs? So what is a drug exactly? And why is it so important? Now, why does society talk about drugs? And why do people take drugs? What's going on? I'm going to be hopefully explaining for you this in this lesson. So please stay tuned and please listen. So a drug, I want you to write this down actually. A drug is any substance which causes a change in the way the body or part of the body works. It can affect your brain, okay? It can affect the way you think. And it's important to understand, look, listen, a lot of people take drugs. Some people have really hard lives, and to get away from their reality, sometimes people can take drugs so they can affect. So when you take marijuana, you can probably just, as you know, you can get stoned and you can probably just forget about everything because you're high. There's also other substances out there, depending about how much money you've got. Cocaine and heroin are kind of your upper class. If you got quite a lot of money, the kind of average, kind of lower tier person would probably consider marijuana as an option. It just depends. Now, this is a list that I wrote: coffee, tea, chocolate, Coca-Cola, paracetamol, aspirin, cough syrup, throat sweets, antibiotics, cigarettes, alcoholic drinks. All of them have an effect on your body. All of them. You give me coffee, I've already got quite a lot of energy, but when I've just drunk coffee, when I've had coffee, because it contains the drug caffeine, which is a stimulant, I'm kind of like bouncing everywhere. It kind of wakes me up. Now, there's a picture here of heroin and paracetamol. Now, these two are both drugs, but what's the difference? Why have I categorized these together? Because there's two types of drugs. Can you mention, or can you name what type of drugs these are? One's a certain type of drug and one's a certain type of drug. Maybe you know the answer. That'll be interesting to see. Maybe you can write it down on a worksheet. Now, this is a medical drug, or this is actually very important because it's used in medicine. Paracetamol is used in medicine to benefit your health in some way. However, some can harm you if you don't take them properly. Side effects. There's also side effects. If you take too much, it can cause severe damage. Now, heroin is a recreational drug. It's there for enjoyment. It's there to get high. It's there to feel different. You know, drugs that people take for enjoyment: marijuana, cocaine, heroin, ethanol, usually have no health benefits. In fact, they're actually harmful, most of them, and they're illegal in most countries. Okay, so please remember that you've got kind of a healthy kind of drugs which are very good for your health, like paracetamol, antibiotics, and then you've got these kind of recreational drugs that make you go high and make you feel good. Now, addictions, unfortunately, these addiction is where you can't live without it. Like, oh, I need that drug. You know, I was watching this video on a heroin addict, and the guy wakes up and all he's thinking about is getting that heroin into his bloodstream. That's it. He wakes up, he thinks heroin straight away. He's not thinking about me, like me in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I don't watch a bit of In the Night Garden. I want to watch a bit of CBeebies with my daughter or something. None of that. None of that. He just wants drugs and withdrawal symptoms. And actually, I'd like you to answer these two questions, please, okay, in your books. So define a drug and what is meant by the term addiction and withdrawal symptom. Press stop, pause the video, and then I'll show you the answers. Please answer this in your books. It's important that you understand this. Addiction is where you can't live without it. Withdrawal symptoms are usually them sort of psychological really pain you go through. Like when my dad stopped smoking, for the first 3 days it was really hard for him. It's kind of an unpleasant feeling. He had headaches and sweats, and you're like, oh, I really need that. And that's withdrawal symptoms. You make it past in 3 days, it gets easier. All right, these are the answers to the questions that I asked above. Please write down the answer if you got it wrong. Hopefully you've learned something this lesson. Thank you very much.